Hi, I'm Miranda from the Wayne Public Library, and today we are going to talk about the teen program for the bullet journals. So I will move the camera and we will get a chance to look at what I've done so far, and also we can cover sort of the basics of the bullet journal method. So this is the journal that everyone will receive in the bullet journal program for teens. And opening to the first page, we have a very simple cover sheet that I made with a highlighter. And so the first spread on a bullet journal is actually going to be the index. And they suggest you actually number the bottoms of the pages. So as you can see going forward, I bottomed the bottom corners of these pages. And I went in for each of the spreads that I'm about to show you, and I put in the page numbers and which spread that they correspond with. The first few pages that I go through, they're actually going to be how Ryder Carroll, the person who developed the bullet journal system, how he organized the system, and the sort of method of organizing, like your day-to-day activities and events. But there's also an entire community of people who make bullet journals, and the community has done very creative things, and so I suggest you figure out what works for you. But going forward, I'm going to show you like the very basic and then also a couple more involved spreads that I made as an example. So on page 1, I have a pen test. I use some of my most favorite pens that I like, as well as a couple highlighters and some jelly rolls. Next, I have the key, and the key is an important part that Ryder Carroll has in his method, and it just separates the tasks as well as the sort of events and notes, and also how you can amend the tasks for what you decide to do with the tasks as you continue journaling with your rapid logging. This is the very basic future log that Ryder Carroll has developed. This is a 6-month future log. And in each month, you will list the various tasks and events that you have to get done in each month. And if you feel that you want to migrate tasks from the daily log, you would migrate them back to here or into the future with the following month. And this is the basic spread for the monthly log. We have the dates from 1 to 31 for January, and then also alongside that we have the days of the week. And you would just mark down like the top priority things that you have to get done. And then over on this side, you would have your tasks as you sort of amass them throughout the previous months. And the following spread is the beginning of our dailies. So the daily log, you would mark down the date and the day, and then you would list any sort of events you have planned or tasks, and then as you complete those tasks, you would X them out as shown on the key, or if you decide that perhaps you want to push that forward to a different day, you can use the little arrow that we showed in the key to move that to a different spread. Now these next few spreads will be some examples of what you can do if you want to throw some more color in, some washi tape, which the kit that you have picked up includes, and just different ways to organize the different types of spreads and logs. So this is an example of how, perhaps you want to set up an index. I threw on some washi tape. I used my label maker, which I love, to write index. And this is the key. I have some washi tape and a stamp. And this is an example of a different way to organize your future log. I have a small calendar up here with the months, and then 1 through 31 for January, and you can log the items that way. And then also sometimes people like doing more of a traditional planner style of a calendar, so that's what I've done here. So those were just a few examples of different spreads you can use, as well as the basic Ryder Carroll bullet journal system. I have in the kits, I have a list of all of the different spreads that are official, and then links to the bullet journal website, as well as some sort of sample pages that I found online to show you sort of some prettier versions of some inspiration you can use for your bullet journal and planning. Miranda from the Wayne Public Library, and I hope you enjoy this program.